Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a little bit chilly Thursday morning. It is -2 in Canadian, which is about as cold as I want it to be, at 28 in American. I see they've salted the roads. You know, we have an difficult combination of damp weather and frost that makes for black ice a lot. So, you know, salting our major roads is part of the deal here. It's cool. Oh, it's -3 now. I'm not a brave person, am I? Okay, I can do this. My steering wheel is cold. And it's going to take a little while for it to warm up. I got gloves somewhere. And by the time I put them on, my car will be warm. So, you know, enough. By the way, I really have to say that putting the cardboard on the windshield at night, you know, when I park the car at night, really is a pretty good idea. That's 2 mornings where I've just literally just lifted off the cardboard, put it to the, you know, put it under cover, under the eaves of my house and out of the way tidily. And so then, you know, when I get home tonight, I will just put them back on my car again. So now the question is, for all you smart people who are out there, what are all your tricks for the snow? If you have to park your car outside, what tricks do you have for your car? Or do you, like the rest of us, just brush the snow off? I was listening to one person at work yesterday telling me that she actually puts a light tarp over, or tarpaulin, depending on what country you're in, a light tarp over her car when she knows it's going to snow. And it's big enough to cover the top of the car, the windshield, and the door locks. That's how big it is. So when she gets to the car in the morning, she pulls the snow-covered tarp off the car. I would imagine this takes a little bit of practice. But basically, she has got door locks that work and doesn't have to move snow. A so-and-so. Okay. Apparently, when they made that particular RAV4, they forgot indicators. You don't want to know what I'm thinking. Oh, it's so not polite. Never mind. I mean, I don't mind you cutting in if you need to, but yeah, indicator would be nice. I couldn't see what you were looking at, which was a car in the middle of the road. All right, never mind. Breathe. So, I got to talk to Benji last night because we were trying to coordinate what we're going to do. So we decided I'm going to drive down on Friday. Gives me lots of time, not have to rush or anything else. And I just wanted to wish all of you, of course, those of you who are my viewers in the States or wherever you might be if you're American, to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And for all the Brits, I want to apologize because, you know, we as Brits, because I was one, we as Brits, you know, don't quite get this Thanksgiving thing, but it's sort of nearest thing we have, I guess, is Harvest Festival, I don't know, where we used to give thanks for the crops of the summer. Of course, we had it a lot earlier, but, you know, the Thanksgiving is a very nice tradition in America, and it's, funny enough, it's the biggest travel day of the year. It's bigger than Christmas, the Christmas time, which is interesting. Unfortunately, it also is Black Friday. Now, I'm hoping, which we know isn't realistic, but we're hoping against all hope that everybody does their Black Friday shopping online, which we know is not going to happen. We have a whole slew of outlet stores just the other side of the American border, but here's the thing. Our Canadian dollar is so weak against the dollar at the moment. If it were strong against the dollar, I think it would be a much bigger issue, but I think we're something like 75 cents to the dollar at the moment, so it's costing us 25% more on everything that is a deal, unquote, in America. So it's not quite such a deal. And that's the thing you always have to think about. I used to get really concerned and upset, and I don't anymore, but I used to get really, I didn't understand it. Why would people drive all the way across the border to save themselves a couple of bucks? Just driving across the border and waiting in the lineups would have cost them 5 to 10 times that in some cases. And you're going, it didn't make sense to me. But then I'm not an avid shopper, and I know a lot of people are, and I respect that. And I know that a lot of you don't have any problem with the crowds, and there are some of us who do a lot of things to avoid the crowds. Now, I need to tell you a truth, and the truth is that on the vlog, was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. I actually ditched a whole segment of the vlog, and the reason was because I was having a bit of a rant about Donald Trump, and I ditched it because I made a comment to myself, which is, you know, it really isn't any of my business. It is not my country, and it's not my would-be president. But you know, that man did something today that really defies any logic to me. He was making fun of a reporter who has a disability. And you go, wow, really? We have sunk to this low? I mean, we've had him insult every ethnic group that there is. You know, I'm sorry. That is what Americans want from a president. If his insulting behavior, and I think, with all due respect, I gave him a lot of passes because he's not a politician. He's a street smart type, and I say street smart, but you know, he's a New York businessman, and I understand that to some degree. And so I've really tried to be tolerant of some of his gaffes and insults of people. But, you know, this morning, yet again, I listened to this and I just rolled my eyes and I said, I cannot believe that we would have a world leader that would talk like this. And the interesting thing is, well, I cut this out of the vlog as well. When it gets to the cold light of night tonight, will I cut this out? I know it's not my country. I know it's not my politics. But it's about human decency. You don't make fun of somebody because God gave them a disability. That's wrong. And this reporter had overcome this disability to the extent of becoming a major reporter. No, I'm sorry. To me, that's just not fair, or right, or decent, or honorable. And I'm not a perfect person, and I know that. And I apologize for that a lot. But really, wake up, people. If this is what he does, no, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Anyway, I wish him well. I think he's done what he needed to do. I think he has woken up the electorate to demand more open government, and I applaud him for that. I applaud him for setting a stage for people to talk like humans, not like pure politicians. I understand that as well, but boy, there is a limit, in my view. Here endeth the rant. Maybe, maybe not. It did piss me off this morning. So of course there's part of me that's going, I wonder if on the way back from Benji and Judy's tomorrow, whenever I come back, whether I'll stop in any of the stores and do some Black Friday weekend shopping. And probably not, but what I will do, more than likely, is pick up cheese. And maybe some milk, I don't know. The reason I say that is because it really is amazing how much cheaper cheese and milk are in the States. I think even with the dollar the way that it is, it's still probably worth buying. I'll have to have a look at that. I know you thought I meant I was going to buy clothes or something. Yeah, right. I don't think so. So I thank you all for your kind wishes about the trip and Thanksgiving and everything else. You know, it's really nice that you all care that much. And I know that you will be looking forward to the vlogs from both sides, both from their side and from mine. The interesting part about it is that, you know, we're going to be spending probably quite a bit of time talking Dancember, which, you know, starts on the 18th of December. A lot of people have sort of asked me. The actual event is on the 18th, starting, I believe, at 4 o'clock and going through. But I will confirm that, obviously, when the official start happens, which will be December 1st, is when we start actually doing all the pre-advertising of it. And then, if you like, the 24-hour marathon thing, Telethon, is like our final push to get to our goal. So this weekend we will be putting some more bits and pieces on the plan and trying to get all our ducks in a row. It's going to be a very, very interesting, I think probably the most exciting of all the Dancembers in terms of what we've got planned and the people that are coming on and so forth. So it's going to be well worth watching, I believe. And you know, it's funny how many of you actually do watch with me and with us. It always amazes me, your loyalty in doing that, because I can assure you it is not too bad, quite honestly. The time it gets really difficult is probably about 2 in the morning through to about 6 or 7 in the morning. Now that's a long haul. That quarter, if you like, is particularly long. I don't know why it is, because it's the time when all the Europeans are waking up. But they don't sort of seem to be quite as what do you say, interactive at that time. So we're going to have to do something to wake them all up early and get them to get online with us so that we can have some mental stimulation to keep us awake. And the rest of the time, quite honestly, it goes by fairly well. And when I say it goes by fairly well, I was surprised how comfortable it was when you think that we're sitting on benches, hard benches. Yeah, last time I think we were on benches, not on chairs. I can't remember exactly. I'll remember when we do it again. And just you're sitting there, but it's not boring. It's like it's constantly interactive, it's constantly flowing. And then, of course, you get up every $2,000 and dance, which really, quite honestly, is a saving grace for those of us who are there, because it actually gets the blood flowing and you get the circulation going, and that's probably as well why it's difficult through the night, because we don't hit the money marks as quickly through the night. Yes, that's part of it. So, getting to the next 2,000 it takes longer, and therefore we're going, please, can we have a dance now? We're ready to dance now. But if I were to tell you from my perspective, where is the fun of this? The real fun is the people. That core group of us that have been coming together to do this for all these years now. And it's just like, we all know what's ahead of us, we all know what we need to do, and it's all such fun. And how Benji stays calm, cool and collected for that length of time is beyond my comprehension, but he does. He has a really good stress management switch on him, way better than mine. You also know without a doubt how grateful he is to all of us for all that we do to help the two of them achieve these goals. There's never any doubt about that. You just know that he's very, very thankful. So I'm hoping that you guys will be there to help keep us awake, those that can. And those that can't, have a little sleep for us, will you? So I am very thankful that we get to do this. Very thankful as well, because if I hadn't, there are so many things to be thankful for, quite honestly, around the whole of Benji and Judy, getting to meet them, or getting to meet Benji and then Judy, and then the early days way before, So I look at it now and I go, gosh, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, you know, do you know that in 10 years' time you'll be driving down because you'll be going down to do Dancember? I'd be going, what? So this weekend I'm pretty sure we'll get a lot of the organization, the final bits put together, which is great. And there's one thing having a telephone meeting, but there's another thing when you can just sort of hash things out eyeball to eyeball, so that's great. Looking forward to it. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. I know by the time you watch this, Thanksgiving will be over in your mind for most of you, but in my mind, why don't we just give thanks all year? And every day, if every day we could give thanks for the goodness that we have, our lives would be a lot easier. Bye-bye for now.